Hello, this is Marcus Mueller again from Pristine Systems. Did you ever ask yourself how many different disciplines and roles and responsibilities you have to cover as a business owner? You might be surprised how many things you really have to do, right? I came up with an overview just assuming that we have two business owners, which is a very common theme, and we can go through it here in a minute. If you want to get this file, you can find it on my website. Just follow the instructions at the end of the video. So here in this case, I'm just showing a little bit more the product side versus the business side. So this is something that you will find in small businesses and even big ones all the time. I mean, just go to Apple or to Microsoft or to many other big companies. They typically had two founders or maybe even more than two. And one of them typically focused a little bit more on the product side and the other one a little bit more on the business side. So think engineer and MBA degree, something like this, right? What is important is if you have two or three or even more business owners, you still have to agree on the central values of your company. So for example, the vision that is really driving you to move forward, the mission, and the strategy where you want to be as a company, and based on the strategy, the roadmap. So which kind of product do you want to see in the future? So this is something that you really need to agree on. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to move forward as a company. And of course, the controlling part, the financial part, should be also balanced. Even if the person on the financial side, on the business side, has the upper hand here and more knowledge about it, I mean, the other person needs to be tied in and agree on the general course of the company. But now let's take a look at the product side. What is really required here, in this case from partner A, in terms of make it happen, to really create a product that you can sell at a profit. So of course you have to design it. And most of the business owners that are engineers, they're really strong in this area. So design and development, maybe even prototyping, and sometimes even including manufacturing. They have certain expertise here, and this is what they want to create. This is why they got the business, and this is what they're focusing on naturally, right? But also you have to add some quality and auditing features, specifically when it comes to manufacturing and the logistical part of sending the products out, for example. And then the next step is going to be IT. So very likely the engineer here on this side, on the product side, will also naturally a better fit for IT tasks and systems level tasks. So then your office system, like computers and other devices like printers and copy machines, fax machines, and so on, and customer support, because this person knows the technical details in and out. So he is also the best person to lead the effort of customer support. So that doesn't mean that this one person has to do all of this, but he needs to have the oversight. He needs to have the control over all these categories. So let's switch gears and take a look at the business side. So on the business side, you have different things. You have the legal requirements. For example, the operating agreement with your company right at the beginning is one of the key documents you need to think about. Then everything else that relates to marketing and sales to drive the company forward. So on the left side, you basically have the product creation side. On the right side, you have a little bit more the selling and marketing side of the business, right? And this ties directly into the finances. So the CPA, I mean, either on the business side, this person has an MBA degree, is also a CPA sometimes. This is typically why they end up on this side. And tied to the CPA, obviously you have accounting tasks that you need to oversee. Then you need to think about marketing tools, financial tools. Now we're talking a little bit more about technologies, which kind of ties a little bit into the IT and office system here. This is why I put them on the same level. And last but not least, HR. So if you're growing, if you're hiring some people, then you definitely have to take into account that somebody has to put up information related to HR. So these are the few general, very high level areas you have to think about if you have a small business. And now let's just assume there's just one person. What that means is if you're the only owner in the company, you have to take care of all of these dimensions. And some of them might be really small or maybe not really in existence, But think along this way, because if you want to grow, this is how you have to set it up. And actually, it's a little bit more detailed, more difficult than this. So I hope that helps, gives you a little bit an idea what to do with roles and responsibilities. I hope it helped you, and I see you next time. If you found this information helpful and you would like to get more of my small business systems tips absolutely free, then please visit www.freesmallbusinessvideos.com.